You're listening to Episode 5 of the Jefferson County Development Authority podcast, where business feels at home, with host Ryan Snyder and special guest Tiffany Hine from Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
Hey everybody, I want to welcome everybody to this episode of the Jefferson County Development Authority's podcast, where business feels at home. My name is Ryan Snyder. I'm the Agriculture Development Coordinator here with the JCDA, and I am joined with a representative from Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. They are a sponsor and the education partner for Jump Start Jefferson, our business education and entrepreneurship initiative. Turn the floor over to her to let her introduce herself a little bit, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Hello, everybody. My name is Tiffany Hine, and I am the Director of Small Business Education and Training at Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. And we are so very excited to be involved with the upcoming Jump Start Jefferson that's going on here in the county.
Well, thank you very much. Just a point of clarity for everybody, Jump Start Jefferson is a entrepreneurship education and business pitch contest. Participants in Jump Start Jefferson will be attending some educational sessions that are led by Blue Ridge, and then once they've kind of gathered all of that new and hopefully insightful information for these folks, they'll put together a business plan and will pitch in front of a live panel of judges on May 24th at the Shepherdstown Opera House. These folks will take all of the knowledge that they've gained in this educational sessions and put them all together in a pitch in front of a live panel of judges who will decide who gets to walk away with a plethora of prizes, but perhaps most important for folks is that $5,000 grant prize, maybe even potentially the opportunity for college credit, through the educational portion of the session. So if you don't mind, you tell us a little bit about why Blue Ridge decided to get involved in Jump Start and the reason behind probably offering some of these college credits to participants if they want them.
Definitely. Well, it was a no-brainer for us when it came to Jump Start Jefferson. When I was first contacted and was told a little bit about it, it was like, definitely, this is something we want to be involved in. Anything that we can do in our community, because I guess community is in our name. So anything that we can do to be able to help our community and the workforce here in the Eastern Panhandle, that is really part of our mission that we want to be involved in on a regular basis. And this is perfect. Anything that we can do to help people who are trying to start that business, expand that business, and be able to really become the entrepreneurs that they have in their heart, we want to be able to help them with that. And of course, we're education, and so we want to be able to help provide them with the education that's going to allow them to put together a business plan that will really take them in the future. They can take to investors, banks, etc., to get the financing that they need in order to be able to help their businesses grow and expand. We are very fortunate that we can offer college credits to the individuals who do complete the program. These college credits will be going on an official transcript at Blue Ridge. These credits would be available for them to use towards possibly a degree at the college or continuing education. If they were needing continuing education units for something that they have a specialty in, we can work with them on that. And they would be able to request an official transcript from the college that they would be able to use for anything like that. So it helps them to get those college credits, which of course are free to the people who will be a part of the program, and we're excited to be able to help them with that.
Oh, that's wonderful. We're really glad to have you guys on board. Those free college credits is a huge perk for participating in this contest, and we're so glad to be able to offer that to folks. Could you talk a little bit kind of about your role with Blue Ridge and how you support small business and entrepreneurship kind of in your everyday life?
Of course. I'm working on my 13th year with the college, and my previous role prior to the role I'm in right now is I was the program coordinator for agribusiness. I worked with the state to bring in the grant that allowed us to fund that program. And you're probably thinking, well, that was agribusiness. Well, I'm here to tell you, you talk about entrepreneurs is the people in the agriculture field. Those people who are working day and night on their own as a small business, whether it's a family farm, whether it's a roadside stand. These individuals need to understand the business side of agriculture. So that's really kind of where my background comes in, is because I've wanted to make sure that our future agriculturalists have the business knowledge that they need to be able to keep that family farm going or that stand that they have, and understanding the business side of it, whether it's marketing, management, leadership, how to cost a product out and what price to sell, and know what your competitors competitors doing? So my heart is in business, and my heart's always been in agriculture, and to be able to put those together has been a real treat for me.
Yeah, that's wonderful. In my role with the Development Authority, I focus primarily on agriculture, so you're definitely talking to where my heart lies here
definitely.
as well.
Yes.
And agriculture is so important to the small business realm, and even in large business world as well. But folks here locally growing products, whatever you have, that might end up in a small restaurant or a small catering company, and then those folks turn around and take the money that they make from their restaurant or their catering company or whatever, and are pumping those out into the rest of the local economy. Attending yoga classes from a local yoga instructor or whatever, and we can kind of see really quickly how this economy around small business quickly transacts into a large network of organizations across an area. And Jump Start is designed to help folks take those first steps and kind of learn a little bit and see where things go from there.
Absolutely. One of the main things that we're really looking forward with Jump Start is we also want to be able to bring in that idea of networking and the opportunity to be able to meet other people and to meet other like-minded people and to talk with people maybe who have been in their shoes before, had a small business, and maybe they've been able to help it grow, or maybe even some of the things that didn't work for them, because that's something else that I want people to understand. Not everything's going to work the first time. Right. And to learn from those things. And if you can learn from somebody else who's made similar mistakes isn't always the best word, but been in similar situations, why not learn from those people? And being able to do that is absolutely crucial, I believe. And you're exactly right. Entrepreneurship is really a big old circle that we're living in. We get from one person, and then we're able to purchase from someone else, and it just keeps going and going and going. And having those opportunities are absolutely wonderful. And those are some of the things we want to share with our people in this program.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the setup of Jump Start, I've mentioned this in some of our previous podcasts as well, but it really is about the education and the networking, because as folks move through this contest, they come out kind of as a cohort of entrepreneurs who have all kind of experienced these same learning steps together. And we thought that was important when we were setting up the contest, because having that network of like-minded people to lean on and get some ideas from and help you through the good times and the bad times is great. If that wasn't important, Jump Start would be set up just as a pitch contest and, hey, please come here and talk to us about your business, and that's it. But no, we want you to learn. We want you to meet people. We want to get you in a room with folks of the same mindset and that same entrepreneurial spirit that that really drives small business and the economy in not just this area, but across the country.
Absolutely. We have to set people up for success. You look at the reasons why do businesses fail? Well, they did not plan for it. They did not plan things. They weren't prepared. And if you look at the statistics, it just absolutely blows my mind that people don't have a business plan. They don't even understand what a business plan is. They don't know what they need if they walk into a lender to ask them for money. I'm coming in and I'm asking you for $50,000. I need to be prepared and understand and be able to help you, the lender, understand what I'm going to do with my $50,000, how I'm going to pay that $50,000 back to you. Something simple as that. And people don't understand that. You'd be amazed how many people don't understand, just a very simple profit and loss statement, things like this that are really going to help them make a difference between being able to succeed in a small business or not succeeding in a small business, and whether you're here a year from now.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see folks join our small business community and be set up for success, be ready to go and do a wonderful job and really be able to use their passion to their advantage and get started with something. I wanted to ask you what, you spoke a little bit about folks' failures. What piece of advice would you give to somebody either thinking about starting a small business or a current small business owner?
I think the first thing is you better be passionate about what you want to do. If you do not have a passion and a love and a desire for the business that you're going to be starting, it's going to become a job. And you can get a job just about anywhere nowadays. However, you're not going to be able to get that career. You're not going to be able to get that place that is going to be the one thing that you're going to love going to day in and day out. And you have to love what you're doing. And if you don't, probably better think a little bit more before you make that final decision.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it goes back to that age-old saying, if you love what you're doing, you will never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
And I've met, through my experience, I've met some entrepreneurs and small business owners that seem like, yeah, all they're doing is working. And then I've met some small business owners and entrepreneurs that I can tell were so passionate about what they were doing and how that they were able to do it, and always looking forward to the future. And I think you hit the nail right on the head with that. You've got to have a passion for what you do. If you do have that, you're you're over 50% of the way there.
Exactly. You've got yourself so much closer to having that final success. But if it's a drudgery every day, you're not going to give it 110%, and you're never going to give it what it really deserves.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got one more question for you.
Sure.
And I think we've kind of touched around it a little bit here. But what about Jump Start makes you think that it's going to be an asset and a help to the small business community here in Jefferson County?
Well, I may be a little biased, but I do believe it is going to be the education component part of it. And the reason why is because I think that's what makes us different in what we're doing is we're going to do everything we can to set these individuals up with a successful plan, with everything they need going into a pitch before a live panel. We're not just throwing them to the wolves. They're going to have the resources that they need to be able to do their very best. And I truly believe that that's what sets us apart from others. Done some research, looked at what others have done, not saying that their plans were wrong. I just think ours is much better.
I love that. We really tried, I think, with the setup of Jump Start to be able to put on a really good educational component. These classes are going to be taught by industry experts, folks that live and breathe this stuff every day. I know you'll be teaching about business planning. We've got folks on deck to teach about business structure, about credit, banking, marketing, all of the kind of important aspects of small business that folks don't think about. And then we have on-hand representatives from the West Virginia Small Business Development Center who have an arsenal of tools and knowledge available to help folks really put together a hard-hitting plan and ask them the difficult questions that nobody else has ever thought to ask before. And for us to be able to package all of that up into one really good business plan that is not just a plan to get you through the pitch part of the contest, but a plan that you can take and use immediately following the contest. You walk into a lender, you walk into an angel investment group, or an equity investment group, when you're asking people for large sums of money or being hiring employees or whatever, you've got everything that you need is ready to go from the start. And I think that's what makes Jump Start different and what makes it really special.
I do too. And we've been very fortunate with the volunteers as our experts. We've got, like you mentioned, some of those experts, and everybody's volunteering their time with this. And I don't think I had one person tell me no when I was out there talking with people. They were very excited about this opportunity. And the one thing I'm going to keep telling our participants, look, you've got an expert in front of you. You better ask them every question that you've ever come up with, because you've got somebody standing in front of you who is the expert in this field. Now use them.
Absolutely. We're really excited to have everybody on board for Jump Start. We're looking forward to a successful contest, and we're so excited to have Blue Ridge on board as well, especially for being able to give these college credits to folks. I think that's a wonderful opportunity for folks.
Absolutely, and we do appreciate you guys thinking about us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just wanted to thank you for your time and for joining us on this episode of the podcast today, and we're looking forward to a wonderful partnership to come with Jump Start, and hopefully as Jump Start continues to grow, we'll have you guys on board for the long haul.
We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for all you do as well.
Oh, thank you.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Where Business Feels at Home podcast or the Jefferson County Development Authority. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only.